If this year made you question whether you're even good at teaching anymore, whether you can really do this again next fall, you're not alone and you're not broken. I've had years that left me completely gutted, not just exhausted, but questioning everything I thought I knew. There was the time I bribed students with candy, not just a little fun-size candy, but a full-size candy bar, to sign up for my advanced elective so that I wouldn't lose my full-time teaching status, and still ended up with a thrown together video announcements class I didn't want. Or the year after my first baby was born, he came 2 weeks into the school year. I was juggling 6 preps, functioning on very little sleep, and trying to advocate for a schedule that made sense, while our counselor was actively working to stack even more preps into a single period to maximize dual credit options. I felt like I was being asked to sacrifice every bit of margin I had left. And here's the thing, those moments shook me. I was doing everything I could. My students were engaged, I was trying new things, and still I felt like it wasn't enough. If you've felt that way this year, like your best still didn't get you ahead, this episode is for you. Welcome to the Secondary Teacher Podcast, the podcast for middle and high school teachers juggling multiple preps to get the strategies to reduce overwhelm so that you don't have to choose between being an effective teacher and prioritizing important relationships. I'm your host, Kristen Masick, a 10-year high school engineering teacher, former middle school assistant principal, and teacher coach. Every week, we will discuss strategies, systems, and time-saving tips to help you not only survive but thrive as a multiple prep teacher. We're going to start by talking about zooming out. Was it all bad or just one prep or class period? When you're a multi-prep teacher, it's easy to lump everything together. One rough class period, suddenly it feels like you're failing across the board. But one thing I've learned is this: sometimes your year wasn't bad. Just one prep was, or one class, or one schedule, or one system that didn't work. Before you decide that you were the problem, pause and ask, was it everything? Or was it just one thing that bled into everything else? Sometimes the solution isn't to quit or overhaul your entire practice. It's to isolate the true source of the stress. So the second thing we're going to look for is repeatable wins. Confidence doesn't come from perfection. It comes from patterns. When I finally got to teach one prep more than once, just once, I started to feel like I could breathe. I wasn't reinventing everything on the fly. I had the chance to repeat, to refine, to actually get better. That's what builds confidence. Look for the lessons, routines, or protocols that felt good this year. What did you do more than once? What could you repeat next year, maybe in a different subject? Confidence doesn't come from starting over. It comes from starting from experience. Now, the third thing we are going to touch on is validating yourself, and then let AI validate you too. One thing that surprised me about using AI in my teaching life is how often it confirms my first instinct was a good one or even a great one. I'll throw a lesson idea into ChatGPT and ask it to help me polish it, and 9 times out of 10, it echoes what I was already planning, or it adds one small tweak that makes it even better. And the more I do this, the more I trust myself. I've practiced certain protocols across multiple preps. I've talked about them all the time here on the podcast, like the gallery walk, think, pair, write, share, and now I own them. I can adapt them on the fly. I've led them with students and adults. If you're feeling like you're not doing it right, sometimes AI can help you realize, wait, I am doing it right. I just needed to see it outside my own head. Use tools that reflect your strengths back to you. It's not cheating, it's clarity. Now, the fourth thing I want to talk about today is confidence doesn't mean mastery. It means capacity. Let's be clear. You don't have to feel like an expert in every subject to be a confident teacher. Multi-prep teaching isn't about mastering 9 subjects. It's about building the capacity to lead your classroom with peace and purpose, even when things are messy. Every year you survive, you're gaining tools. Every failure taught you something that makes next year easier. You don't need to have it all together to have something worth sharing. Confidence is a quiet belief that you'll figure it out. And you will. If this year made you doubt your abilities, know this: you did more than survive. You taught, you tried, you carried so much, sometimes more than anyone saw. And now you get to build forward, not start over. If you're ready to take your experience and turn it into a plan you can trust next year, my AI-powered curriculum mapping for busy teachers workshop is here to help. You'll learn how to use AI to map your curriculum around your standards, your time, and your energy. Not sure you're ready to jump into that yet? Start with the free mini PD Make AI Your Teaching Assistant. You'll get a handful of time-saving prompts that help you lighten your load right now. Both are linked in the show notes. You're more capable than you realize. Let's rebuild from here together. Talk soon.